Here we go. We're going to be starting off on the Grand Arena. We do see Mitch Jones playing that mage, Eliteqt, as well as Dota going to be playing the Pally and the Warlock respectively. And we got Rynd on the Druid, and Biel playing the Hunter, and Zeshi on that Enhancement Shaman. And I think Mitch Jones, better buckle up, because I think this could be a bit of a rough ride for him. You got to know they're going on the mage. They could make some swaps. They could change it up maybe for the sake of the surprise factor. But BRCleaves, we know they like to kill mages, and we know Mitch has a little bit of a tendency to get aggressive.
He knows it's coming.
Yeah, he knows.
He already has molten armor on.
Yeah.
He knows what's going to happen.
We'll see if he's going to go aggressive anyway, though, man.
Yep.
He's one of those guys that even though he knows they're going to train him, I could still see him blocking a silencing shot if he thinks it'll maybe get him a kill. So we're going to find out how it's going to work out for him. And Mitch Jones ain't afraid. He's charged down in the middle. He's going to get it going early on. We're going to find out exactly what's going to go in here. We do see Demon Soul popped immediately there by Dota, spreading those dots out everywhere. Zeshi put into that Hodge, going to be taking quite a bit of damage here early on. Catching those hots though, coil onto Rynd, deep freeze onto Biel, and look at that damage coming out. The Howl comes in off that, and Orb is ticking on him as well. We do see the offensive beam. Rynd going to pop the Shadow Melt on that Fear. Nicely done by him. Heart of the Wild's up. Zeshi in a lot of trouble though. MCS comes out. We do see that Nature's Guardian proccing. He may need to pop the Shaman Wall. Hasn't done it just yet. The Stone Form did come out there as he was silenced. He couldn't use it. But wow, such an aggressive opener here for this Mage Lock team. But they have weathered the storm, and really they didn't use too much besides the Heart of the Wild. The Trank coming out now as well. Mitch Jones in some trouble. He's going to eat the trap, and Silencing Shot comes in. There is the zap, and he's going to have to ice block immediately. Fear comes out on Dota. It's going to be dispelled off by Elite, but a big burst there, forcing out those early defensive cooldowns. Yeah,
and Mitch sat through the entire block right there, waiting for that totem to explode so he wouldn't get stunned. The beginning of the match, I loved Mitch's play. He's played offensive so that they could get this gate down. They haven't had to use it yet, but it is still good placement.
Yeah, definitely. We can see, Mitch is spamming out those instants. He does have a one ice skill. We'll see if he wants to build them up. But no, they're going to go offensive here once again. There's the deep freeze, the MCS on Rynd before he can dispel that. And Biel may just go down here, 60k HP. The MCS comes out a little bit too late there, unfortunately. The deter does get up there. Biel not able to be finished up, but that was dangerously close. And risky business sitting through that. He got down to about 40, 50k HP there. One more big hit, he would have gone down. So, ballsy, but it's going to pay off for now. They do still have the trinket onto Biel and Rynd. Zeshi taking a little bit of damage here, caught into the ring. The sheep comes out on Biel. It's going to be dotted up off that, but look at Elite still holding on to the trinket, still holding on to the Stone Form for that Wyvern as well as the bubble. So they're in a great position.
Yeah, and you see Mitch Jones still kind of afraid that at any moment they could switch on him, playing very defensive right by that gateway along with his entire team, and it's really slowing down the pace of BRCleave.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, I talked a bit about BRCleave. They're not afraid to play it slow. We do see there's the deep freeze, there's the Hodge, there's the coil, triple CC coming out. Biel in trouble. Once again, going to sit through this. This is the right choice. He's getting howled off that. I think he may go down without using that deter. The deter, it comes out, but at 9k. 9k. Are you kidding me? That is so greedy. And he, I'm going to say it. He got lucky to live there. But the temporal coming up there for Mitch, and Mitch is going to be taking some damage, but still, a scary time there. He is going to be able to hold it. But look at Zeshi. Zeshi's actually 0 mana, so spamming at a lot of heals. He was really the only reason Biel was able to survive, getting out those extra heals. But beautiful setup. They had the Hodge onto Zeshi. Here comes it once again. And they're doing the Hodge on him, coil onto Rynd, deep onto Biel. Full trap eaten there by Mitch. So nice job by him, keeping Elite out of trouble, out of CC. And so far, it's looking like they're just playing this very, very, very well.
They really are. Zeshi having to use that Shaman Rage right there as it does fade, as he's looking to stay on his target of Mitch Jones, who is taking quite a bit of damage right now, as we have a few cooldowns coming back up, but there's that perfect gateway, able to hide completely away from the enemy team, and BRCleave having to drop back and play defensive after that didn't work.
Yeah, definitely. They did get the trigger from Biel as well, finally, so it's worth mentioning that. The Orb coming out here, they're going to be doing some damage onto Zeshi. But we see a silencing shot on Mitch. Or Mastery has come out there from Elite. He did use the Stone Form as well for that Wyvern, so they're finally getting some of those cooldowns out of Elite, and they have to be able to work through these. They have to be able to constantly force them out, or they're never going to be able to get ahead. We are going to have to see these guys being careful, though, as Zeshi getting very, very low, down to 150k, catching some big heals here from Rynd, sitting in that shroom for the effervescence as well. We do see this full trap onto Elite. He's going to have to sit through that. Can they actually force anything out? Mitch taking some damage, but he's already back behind the pillar. Elite's going to be able to comfortably sit through that. Rynd catching the UA dispel, getting Zeshi out of that CC. We do see the MCS into the sheep. It's going to be DR'd though. There's the MCS into the Hodge onto Rynd. Mitch Joe taking most of the damage. He's going to get bopped up there. Can they purge it off? Not just yet. We do see Rynd getting put into the coil. No follow-up from that just yet, but Biel taking some damage. He's fully dotted up there. And there's the deep freeze onto Rynd. It looks like it's super deep yard, unfortunately, though. But they do get the sheep anyway, and that is a full sheep onto him. So he's going to have to sit through that. But Hawks are doing a good job right now on Bielboy. And it doesn't look like they have the burst to actually force anything out just yet, but the fear to follow that up may change that.
Yeah, now Bielboy still sitting not too great of a position as Rynd is feared really, really far away. Damage on Zeshi and Bielboy right now as an Ascendance comes out as he is going to try to turn it around onto Mitch, but Zeshi down so low. Nature's Guardian procs ends up dying. Wow,
yeah,
that was quite a fear.
That was, but you know, the BRCleave there, I feel like they fell a little bit apart at the end. You know,
yeah.
the orb came out. I think Biel thought the damage was going to be coming on him. He deterred at about 300k. You know, knowing he didn't have that trinket, he wanted to get the early deter, probably trying to pre-deter the deep or something like that. But he was, you know, just kind of chasing through the orb, and Zeshi was trying to get so aggressive. He tanked the entire orb. You know, I just don't think that was the time to pop your Ascendance and go aggressive. To me, the orb comes out, you back up, you get out of that, reduce the damage, and then, you know, you set up and pop the Ascendance a little bit later. And I think they just kind of got a little bit antsy and felt like they had to go then. They had, you know, they were probably saying, okay, let's get ready, we're going to pop the cooldowns. And I think they just didn't really adapt. They didn't really change their plan there. And we saw Sandrum, you know, once again, the healer ending the game with his trinket up. Yeah, it was an MCS, but you have to be able to make those split decision calls if you want to be able to hang, you know, with the big boys. You want to be able to hang, you know, with these best teams. And sorry, it's Rynd, not Sandrum. But, you know, he did still have that trinket up, and had he triggered that spell lock, you know, that was so close. You know, maybe could have kept his teammate up. You know, it is a tough choice to make those, though, because, you know, it's against a team with so much CC. But either way, you know, I just think they underestimated the damage coming out from that orb, and it's something you have to be scared of every single time. Yeah,
and I mean, the damage numbers are just absolutely crazy. For the boys are back. I mean, Mitch Jones at 7.7 million damage, Dota at 8.8, and Bielboy only at 4, and Zeshi at 2.5. You know, obviously, of course, we do have enhancement shamans are, you know, those large burst windows that they do damage, but just they locked him down, just made him play defensive so much. Yeah,
and I mean, to be fair, the damage numbers are kind of artificially inflated by, you know, hitting the zoo with your orb and everything like that, so it kind of does, you know, make it a bit clowny, but you know, still massive damage coming out from him. That's his calling card.
Oh, absolutely.
So we are going to see, you know, if they're going to be able to repeat that, you know, just one more mistake and it's over. You know, Rynd and them, they took down the first series. They look strong, but you know, when you see we played against these really elite teams, that very tip-top level teams, can't make any mistakes at all.
We are getting into round number 2 between the boys are back and BRCleave.
And what do you think about this map choice?
To me, I would say surprising.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think this is a bad map for Cleave at all, and I think it has to do with how Rynd is going to want to play the map. So I'm looking for him to play the side little kind of platforms, and I think that's a good way to play it. If you can play those very well, you can avoid CC. So that's my read on why they would pick this. Is Rynd is saying, I'm going to play the side platforms. We play in the middle. We control the middle, and they won't be able to CC me. We'll see if that works out, or if that's even what they want to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the Warlock Gateway on this map sometimes.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, as a Warlock, this is a map I would be pretty happy playing Cleave on, but that's my only thought of what they're trying to do here. We'll see if that's going to be the case, though. Fire Ellie already popped here immediately. Mitch Jones just going to blink back, wants to play it safe. He wanted to stop, as they say, you know, get that gateway out for his team, and the Ring of Frost does go down. We do see Halitair coming out of Zeshi as well as Rynd. He's going to actually sit through this. The Hodge comes out. We do see that the defreeze is onto Biel. They have that triple CC once again. Biel in a lot of trouble. Coil comes out off of that. He's going to sit through this as well. He's down so low, though. Is he going to deter? I think he may need to, but Zeshi having the damage turned around on him. We do see the Ascendance has been popped. Elite was into that Hex. The block has to come out there from Mitch Jones. Silencing shot to follow that up onto Zeshi, but Zeshi so low. The NS Heart of the Wild comes out. MCS onto Rynd as well. So much action back and forth. Zeshi needs major help, though. There's the sheep onto Rynd. He's going to trigger this one, and he is going to be able to keep him alive for now, I think, with the follow-up Hodge. Great job by Elite. We do see the scatter coming out onto him now, though. They're trying to turn it around with that cross CC. We do see that the trigger immediately used there by Elite. He sees that Mitch is still on hypo. That's a good choice, triggering that early on. The DR MCS now coming out onto Rynd, but that's followed by a full fear, and this could be bad. Nice tremor, though. Yeah, the tremor was held earlier, and he saved it for then. Big play by Zeshi, keeping Rynd out of that fear.
Yeah, that was great. As you can see, they are going to reposition themselves Elite up on to the side of the map right now, up on that raised platform. But Bielboy having to trinket right there.
Yeah, and he gets coiled on his trinket. He may not be able to get his deter off. He's in a lot of trouble here. We do see that there's a Hodge onto Rynd. Now the deter comes out. That was a sheep into the Hodge. Can they follow it up? If they can get another CC, that could be it. The MCS comes out. Bielboy, you know, is okay right now. He did catch some heals from Zeshi as well. Elite going to be put into the full trap. And look at Mitch. Mitch in a lot of trouble here. But Bielboy actually pulling back and pulled back a bit too far. He's out of range of Mitch right now. Couldn't follow up with that damage. Guardian was popped there by Elite, though, doing a great job topping him right back off. And, you know, as the Pally comes out of that CC with the Guardian, you can top him back off instantly.
Yeah, you definitely can. Now, all all three trinkets are down for BRCleave right now. It means anyone is a potential target, but you know they've been dumping a lot of damage into both Biel and Zeshi, who is going to Sham Rage yet again.
Yeah, when you see the silencing shot onto Mitch, trying to shut down some of that damage. The Nova comes out on Biel. This is where they have to be careful. The defreeze comes out. Sham Rage popped by Zeshi. No one was even on him though. When you see the blanket CS onto Rynd, looks like they're going to be okay to live through this, but they could capitalize this. Zeshi just completely wasted his Sham Rage, and if they go on him, he could be in a lot of trouble. We'll see if they're going to be able to notice that and if they're going to be able to capitalize on it. But that would be a great swap opportunity there for them. Mitch Jones does catch up the sights here though. That's a bit of a mistake. He's going to be taking that additional damage, and we'll see if that does come into play. Temporal going up for him. Silencing shot does come in, but Elite doing a great job pre-healing that. Tremor is going to be used. We did see that I don't know what broke that sheep. But Rynd does get out of the sheep. We do see the Cyclone coming across onto Elite. The offensive beam coming out there. Mitch taking some damage, but looks like he's going to be okay for now. Zeshi now going to be put into the defreeze. This is what I was talking about. UA silence onto Rynd. He can't dispel that. Zeshi in a lot of trouble. Blankets, he has to follow that up. Stoneform is popped. Looks like he's going to be okay for now.
Yeah, as he is going to try to get back on Mitch Jones, who is quite low right now. We see wings come out of Elite right there, tossing out a few large heals onto him, able to pick up Mitch Jones with that temporal shield ticking away. As Zeshi is going to be in trouble also because of the fear onto Rynd right there. He does have his trinket back up though, but this is the kind of situation that led to his death in the last match.
Yeah, and the Sham Rage has come back up, so Zeshi should be a bit out of the woods for now. We do see the fear back onto Rynd though. He's going to sit through a Biel though, taking some damage. The Sham Rage popped again by Zeshi. I'm not sure why he's using it like this. Maybe he wants to bait them onto going on him. I don't know, but that was completely not needed. Elite going to be scattered off. No follow-up CC for them there. Zeshi actually going to pop his trinket as well. Biel put in the deep freeze. MCS onto Rynd once again, but no big damage coming out just yet. The Hodge going to follow that up. Can they get the fear or something else? There's the Ascendant being popped. We do see that there's the gateway immediately used by Mitch, but he's down to half HP, and we did see the Wyvern thing onto Elite. Elite trying to get back over to him. It looks like Mitch is going to be okay to sit through this.
Yeah.
There's the coil onto Zeshi though. Zeshi, remember, doesn't have that Sham Rage, did use it. Mitch popping up for a second, did get pretty low, but just unfortunately BRCleave could not force that Ice Block on Mitch. They could not connect back to him after that initial dip from the cooldowns.
Yeah, that was really good. It was the double CC on both Dota and Elite, which forced Mitch to take that gateway, but I don't know how much more that BRCleave has left to put more pressure on after forcing that gateway.
Yeah, and there's the Howl Tear coming out. Will the Tremor Totem be able to be used? No, the MCS comes out, denying that Tremor Totem onto Rynd. Biel taking some damage. No hots on him just yet. The Feigned Death comes out. He's down to about half HP. He's going to be taking a lot of pressure right now. He has to be careful. Full Fear comes out on Rynd. It looks like that one was Tremored. I do believe, or perhaps it was just super DR'd. Probably was DR'd. We do see the Wyvern now coming in onto Elite. He's not going to decide to Stoneform this. The Sheep comes out on Rynd. That's going to force the Trinket. We do have Zeshi dropping the ground and trying to pull back. They're trying to get the damage going on Mitch. He pops the Blazing Speed though. He's pulling away, and Biel taking most of the damage as he was in that Frost Orb, dipping down a bit, but they did force Mitch back, and they're able to survive because of it.
As Biel is going to get his pet back up, as it has died quite a lot of times during these matches, but Biel kind of low as that ring comes out. Ring able to dodge that one, but Zeshi did eat it down to half on both of the DPS with a fear onto Rynd. I don't think Tremor's available at this moment. Oh, there it goes off. And it's again taking so much damage. Look at Mitch and Dota just teeing off on these guys.
Yeah, Elite tops him right back off, and we can see there's no spread pressure coming from the BRCleave. So when Elite isn't in CC, the team is full. Sham Rage once again pop, but Biel is the one taking most of the damage. He's going to have to deter at 80k HP. Sham Rage, once again wasted. Rynd is caught into the fear, and I don't think there's a Tremor available. And yeah, Biel is going to go down, and that is that. Elite, Mitch Jones, and Dota going to punch their ticket into the main tournament. They are going to be your 8th and final team for the Armageddon live entertainment tournament, and congratulations to them. Very well deserved. And BRCleave just did not play their best, I don't think. You just saw a lot of miscommunication. I would be interested to hear from them what the reasoning was on some of the cooldown usage. It just seemed very kind of